Hey guys, it's Evie here and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. I hope you decide to stick around and subscribe. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about things that I'm going to be doing differently in my build slash off season from last year. So I did my first ever bodybuilding competition and season last year. I had a build of 5 months and then I had a deficit of 5 months. So now that I've done it, I've learnt what to do, what not to do. So we are coming in with a 1 year improvement season, and these are the things that I'm going to be putting into effect to ensure that I look the best that I possibly can when I step on stage for the second time. Also, I am filming in a bit of a different location when I do my sit down, so I'm kind of just upstairs instead of downstairs. I want it to be comfortable on my swivel chair, and I have my fun bookshelf behind me for when I used to buy books, but now you will not catch me dead buying a paperback, okay? Kindles all the way. Anyways, let's get into what I'll be doing differently in my build phase. So, as I mentioned, I'm going to be going into a 1 year build phase. So I am a bit nervous about this because the build phase is quite uncomfortable. So we'll see how that goes. But with a big off season, you usually have like mini cuts in between. And the mini cut is to kind of chip away at what you've done, and that way your coach can kind of see, okay, this is the amount of muscle we've made, this is what we need to do going forward to make sure we can improve that a little bit more. So you kind of have mini cuts in between to see what you can improve on further. So I am very excited to have a 1 year off season because I just felt like the 5 month build last year just wasn't enough time. I feel like I didn't really show my full potential that I could have possibly done, which is why I want to go for a second time. I wasn't really happy with my end physique, if I'm being completely honest. So I'm kind of hoping that I can have a little bit more muscle to show. So the first thing that I will be doing is I'm going to be pushing myself way more in the gym, and this is something that I've already put into effect. So last year when I was in my build phase slash beginning of prep, I kind of scaled back a little bit with my weights because I was scared. I was scared that I was gonna look too bulky. Girl, who was I kidding? So like I was still like lifting relatively heavy, but yeah, by the end of it, I kind of scaled back a bit because I'm like, I don't want wellness legs. Do you know how hard it is to get wellness legs? It is actually really hard. So I kind of shot myself in the foot there. I have no one to blame but myself. So I have started pushing until like failure on my last set. If I have more reps in me in the first 1 to 3 sets, like if I feel like I have more reps in me, I go a little bit more. I've been able to hit weights that I never hit last year. Like I hit 100 kilo hip thrust. I dumbbell RDL'd 35 kilos today. I was able to shoulder press 35 kilos the other day. So these are weights that I never did last year. I feel so incredibly strong. I am at a point where I'm like, I feel like I am going to look really, really good next year stepping on stage. Like I am feeling quite confident with the way that I am pushing myself. So I am 2 months into my build phase. I don't feel uncomfortable yet. I feel like I could eat more, which is crazy because the calories that I am on right now were the calories that I was at the end of my build last year. So I'm on 2,500 calories, 340 carb, and I'm able to hit that with no issues. Like right now, I am hungry, but I am trying to push out my meals a little bit because I don't want to have them too close together. But yeah, pushing myself way more in the gym because I want as much muscle as possible, okay? We want those muscles because muscles are sexy. Being strong is sexy. And in a world of 2026 where Ozempic is everywhere, Hollywood skinny is back, 2000s are skinny back, no thank you. I am here to be strong, and so should you, okay? Because that's what's going to get you further in life, being strong. Okay, that was just a bit of a tangent. So yeah, pushing myself more in the gym is number 1. Number 2, I want to ensure that I am able to disconnect myself from the scale. So far, I've actually been pretty good at this. So Last year I was really fixated on the scale. Like I would weigh myself during my weekly weigh-in. I'd be like, oh, I feel like shit because of this number. But no, that number is literally just your weight, like obviously, but there is so much more that goes into it. There's your muscle density, there's your bone density, there's water, there's food in you, there's skin. Like there is so much more to that number than what we think. So yeah, I just want to disconnect myself from the scale. I really want to focus on my progress pictures more, because when I look at the scale versus my progress pics, I'm like, oh, the scales kind of made me feel uncomfortable. But then I look at my pictures and I'm like, I look pretty fucking good. So the weigh-in that I do weekly is literally just a stat that I have to put in my weekly check-in. It hasn't bothered me for a little while. So I really hope that continues. But again, I'm still at the beginning of my build phase. Who knows what I'll feel in 2 months. But that's something that I really want to focus on, disconnecting myself from the number on the scale. The next one is I want to start incorporating more carbs in the morning. So I found last year that I was really struggling to hit my carbohydrate goal. I was feeling really full, and I was forcing myself to eat so much at the end of the day. So I've started actually already having more carbs in the morning. That way I'm able to space them out more evenly, so I can eat all of my calories and I can eat all of my carbs. So during a bodybuilding build phase, like when you're in a surplus for this, you are consuming so many carbs, and it is actually so exciting. Like I freaking love the amount of carbs that I am on. I just have so much energy. Like my personality is back, my energy is back. And because of these carbs, I'm able to use that energy in the gym. Number 3, I am going to be making sure that I am having more carbohydrates in the morning. So last year I had the issue, I had way too many carbs and way too much food at the end of the day, where I was just force feeding myself, and I was feeling so uncomfortable because I'm like, oh my God, I still have like 500 calories left and 100 grams of carbs. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna eat this. And then I do, and then I feel sick. So what we're doing now is we're having more carbs in the morning, spacing them out more evenly throughout our meals. That way I can hit my calories and my carbohydrate goal. And I just really love the amount of carbs that I get to eat. And I just have so much energy. I have my personality is back, and energy is the big one, because that's what's being used in my gym sessions, because your body uses carbohydrates as its first source of fuel. So the more carbs you have, the more energy you're going to have to hit the gym and hit those PBs. So I'm really happy with my nutrition, and I feel like that is really showing up in the way I show up in the gym. So yeah, just more carbs in the morning. And number 4, this kind of goes into the third one. So I want to make use of more liquid calories. So when I was really struggling last year, by the end of it, my coach was like, start incorporating liquid calories. So that's what I've started incorporating earlier on. So your liquid calories is like your honey, your cocoa bella, juices. So it's kind of liquid carbs, to be honest. And that has been making life so much easier. Like, I really don't like drinking my carbs, but there does come a point where you physically feel like you can't consume any more food, and you just have to make use of the liquid calories. And I really love cocoa bella, so it's not an issue for me. So yeah, those are actually the 4 things that I want to focus on. I can't, when I was writing these down, I really couldn't think of anything else, and I didn't want to force any more. And I think keeping it nice, short and concise will be really good for me. And these things are going to make a very big difference in what my end physique looks like. So I want to make sure that I am doing everything in my power to make sure that I show up on stage the best I can, because it's all about you. Like, you are responsible for what you look like on that stage. Like, your coach will give you your protocols, but you have to make sure that you follow those protocols, and you have to make sure that you're honest with your coach. That's actually, you know what? Number 5, be honest with your coach. At the beginning, I was withholding a little bit of information because I didn't want to feel like I was annoying. I didn't want to feel like I was complaining. But if they don't know what is going on with your body, if they don't know how you are feeling, they will not be able to accommodate. So I'm actually going to throw in that last one. Number 5, making sure that I'm honest with my coach throughout the entire process. And my coach is so freaking amazing. Like, she is actually the best. So shout out to Emma. You are the best. And I just obviously couldn't do this without you. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with my coach. She's just awesome. I don't know how many times I have to say that. Anyways, this was really short, sharp, and sweet. Just, I was going to say 4, but now 5 things that I want to make sure that I am focusing on during my second build phase. I seriously cannot believe that I am doing this again. Like, I was that person. I said, I'm never doing this again. I'm doing it this once just to tick it off my list because it's just an itch that I had. And now I'm just like, this is like, the process is just so addictive. Like, the way that we can manipulate our bodies with nutrition, the way that we can change the way that we look with nutrition and training is just incredible. And I want to make sure that I am appreciating this phase. I'm appreciating the amount of food I have. I'm appreciating the amount of carbs that I have. I'm appreciating the energy that I have, because I know this time next year I will be in prep. It'll be early prep, so I'll still feel fine, but I will never forget how I felt during the last like 3 to 4 weeks. I felt like absolute shit. But that's all I have to think about. It's only a short amount of time that I'm going to feel that way. And what I do now is what is going to matter this time next year plus some. And I'm just so incredibly grateful that I'm able to do this. I understand the privilege. I am deciding to do this. So when I start complaining, I have no one to blame but myself. But I am so incredibly grateful and privileged and happy that I get to be in this position. So yeah, that was a bit of a ramble. Okay, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you give me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. I really hope that you find this video helpful. If you're a first-time competitor or you're just bulking in general and you need some tips, these are some things that you can incorporate into your routine as well. You can also follow me along on Instagram and TikTok at evykassiotes, which I'll just leave on the screen here for you. And until next time, I hope you're having an amazing day wherever you are. And just remember that one bad day isn't a setback and tomorrow can always be better. Bye. Also, fun shirt, Cunnies by Evidence-based training. Cunnies Club, unite.